In this video, I will review NX Studio, the image processing software from Nikon. It is a free download online. Free software is usually buggy and quirky and just doesn't work right. So naturally, I have a few questions about this free software from Nikon. I want to know whether it is good for beginners and whether I can recommend this software. Also, I want to know if it is a good alternative to Adobe Lightroom and other professional image processing software. I will answer these questions and more after this. Today we will review Nikon NX Studio. This is a new version. It just came out in March. So let's review it. I will start with a sample file from a graduation shoot that I did the past weekend. And I already have the file up. So let's put that to the side and make the screen full. So you'll notice if you've used previous version that the NX Studio includes older versions of the Capture NXD application, the View NXI app, and the Nikon Transfer 2 app, where you can attach your camera and download your videos and photos to the app. That is very convenient for individuals just buying a camera. This software will support all Nikon DSLRs released since 1999, and it will also support the new Z line of mirrorless cameras. All right, and the NX Studio allows for video playback, which is very convenient. The user interface is very simple, which is a plus for beginners because it's not complicated. It looks similar to Adobe Lightroom, so that should be easy to use. So let's look through the interface. The menus up top look normal. Let's look through those real fast. It has transfer pictures. So if you had your camera tethered to the application, you could easily download your photos. Edit, simple copy, paste, set inverse, select inverse. You can select by rating. So if you are going through and you're rating your photos like you did a photo shoot and you want to rate the keepers, then you can go through and select them. Then go up top and select by 3 ratings. Okay, and then it will select the ones you want. All right. So let me put that back to none. What happens? All right. So let's do browser. That just opens files. Adjust, crop tool, straighten tool. So let's put it on a raw file. So once you put it on a raw file. So usually if you're a beginner, you tend to do JPGs. And what happens is when you do JPGs, if you don't want to have to edit that much, then JPGs are fine. But most photographers like to use raw files, NEF for Nikon. And what that does is that gives you more room to edit. Okay. On this photo, I have the focus point because I always want to know where the camera focused. to make sure that my lens is calibrated correctly. So here you can choose viewer, thumbnail grid, display horizontally, image information. Let's see what that looks like. So there you go. Shot on 4/3/2021 with a Nikon Z6II 7 to 200 millimeter auto ISO 135 millimeters faith photo shoot. Okay. All right, let's exit out of that. So let's go to that. Window, show adjustments, info panel, show histogram right here. Okay, let's go to fit image to window. There we go. That was a horizontal photo. So let's go through. Let's pick a photo with some color. Here's a good example. She is on the bridge. Let's pick this one right here. Okay. This shows me where the camera focused. With the Nikon Z6II, it has human tracking, and so it tracked her eye. So what were the values? So let me see what the values were on that. I want to know the image information. And so I shot that at ISO 200 at 320 shutter speed at 2.8. And so it shows where I shot it with an FX lens. That is great. You need to know that information when you're doing, when you're out shooting, because it helps you determine whether your lens is out of focus or whether you're having a bad day. All right, let's go through the menus. Let's go through picture control. The recorded value is at auto at this moment. Let's see what it does. Standard. Neutral. I'm not noticing any lag, so that is a good thing. This computer is an Intel i7 6700. It's got 16 megabytes of RAM, so it shouldn't have any issue with this type of application. Okay, let's go to monochrome. Let's see what that does. That looks good. So let's set it back to auto. White balance, let's adjust the white balance. So I took that on a direct sunny day. Let's see what difference does that make. A little bit. Let's see what it does. It was also shot in the shade, so that improved it a little bit. Let's see, it's got auto 1, auto 2, so flat. Let's see what flat gives you. Oh, good. I like that. All right. And here you can set the color temperature. So if you do your photos in Kelvin temperature, you can find I will add a Kelvin temperature chart. You can do Kelvin temperature. So you can do Kelvin temperature. You can do that. The chart will show whether it's in sunlight, whether it's in fluorescent light, and you can go by the chart. All right. And next, let's do exposure. Okay. Next, let's do exposure. So if you want to lighten it up, notice how the histogram moves. I always like to keep mine a little in the middle. There you go. Active lighting. That adds a little light to the photo as though it had a backlight. Let's turn that off. All right, let's see if this was shot in bright sunlight. So let's see if we need any highlight protection. No. So with the shadow protection, that helps bring the shadows out like under the eyes. And now the levels and curves. So this helps with the channels because you can always use it. You can use the eyedropper tool to set your channels, and then you can assess your curves. You can play with your curves. And you can make a crazy photo just like I did. Right? All right, and you can easily change it back to the original value if you don't like what you just had, just like I did. And that's where the photographers make their money, is adjusting the levels. That's how you make different interesting photos. All right, let's go into the lightness, chroma, and hue adjustment. It is just like anything else. If you adjust it, it determines whether you want more green in it. Put it to that side, you get more of that color and more of that blue. Let's put it over here. All right. And then if you don't like it, I like that where you can just go back to original value. Let's see if we can double click like we do in Lightroom. Lightroom, you can double click it and it'll reset itself. But this is a free app, so you cannot expect the same functionality. All right, so we'll just reset this to the original value. And let's go down the line. This is a good thing because this is how photographers adjust photos. We just go down the line and see if the picture needs a little bit more oomph, needs a little bit more pizzazz. Usually when you download a picture, they're a little flat, so you want to add a little color to them. So color booster will add a little color. It's warming it up. And so the color booster basically helps if you don't want to deal with channels, the hue adjustment. This is just an easy fix. See how it affects. So that's for people. And let's see what it does for nature. Ooh, it's affecting her also. So if you just do slight adjustments, let's see if we can do that with this. No, can't do it with the arrows. All right, so we're just going to set that back to the original value. You can also record the adjustments so you can reuse them. Let's record the adjustment. So you can add the adjustment. So let's do this. Color blast. Color blast. And then color blast is in your list. And so what you can do next is when you come to your next photo, color blast. Let's see how that reacts. And it's that simple. It's basically a preset. All right, let's go to adjustment details. Let's see what that is. Okay, let's do noise reduction. So if you're in RAW, it makes everything much easier. But if you're a beginner and you don't want to deal with RAW and you want to just do quick edits, then you go ahead and do JPG. So this photo shouldn't have any problems with noise because it was shot at ISO 200. So shouldn't have any problem with noise. Okay. So you can go to noise reduction and fix that. Right, sharpness adjustment. If you came across a photo that you thought was a little blurred, then you could try to fix it, fix the sharpness, and that's what you would use this value for. Retouch brush. Oh, wow, let's see what that does. Okay, let's see what that does to this. Let's do this. Oh, wow, they cleared it. So let's magnify. How do you magnify? Okay, there you go. You can choose a zoom ratio. Let's see if it'll let do a zoom ratio from here. Oh, if you right click, it'll bring you up a menu of some quick changes, which is very convenient. So let's see here. Select 100% zoom. Oh, you can, okay. Okay. So you can go back down this way. And you can set it back, fit image to page. Or you can do this. I like that. That's very simple. Shouldn't give any a beginner any complications. I could actually use this for a quick fix out in the field, especially if you're on a laptop and you're somewhere and it can't run Adobe Lightroom very well. This application for your Nikon camera will work very good. So let's do a crop. Let's do a free crop. Let's do a crop. So what I always advise new beginners is always try to take the perspective that you need, the image size, because when you crop like this much, it degrades the picture. Okay, it had to process. So that was in processor time a little slow, but I guess it'll work. So let's see how we do an undo on this. Let's see if we can do an undo with a right click. No, we still have to go to the edit. Browser, image. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so it's all under original value. Okay, so everything is under original value. That's the undo for everything. All right, we have some other menus. Camera control. In this, let's see what we have here. You can do a lens correction. You can let's see here. We're done with this portion. So we've gone to the menus. So let's go to the info tab. Under the info tab, it basically tells you what the file size of the photo is and what time you took it. It tells you the time zone, the camera information, autofocus single, Vibration on. Vibration reduction on. It shows the medium was matrix, which is the human tracking. White balance flash. That's what the image setting, because I used a flash, a strobe, to get the catch lights. So because I'm very, let's see what, oh, processing. Let's switch it back. So see the catch light in her eye? Okay. So let's do that again. Let's do that 200%. Okay, so that worked out well. And then just to go back, you just that. See, learned it that fast. Okay, and down here you can also add the GPS coordinates. That's convenient. Ratings, you can rate it, tag it, put your information in. And you can go down the line and tag each one of your photos to use later, and it should embed it into the whatever file it is. So when you send it off to like a photo processor, it has all your information baked in, and it keeps your photos from being stolen or reused. It'll also show up in like if it's downloaded to YouTube and it's your photo and someone else tries to use it, then YouTube normally catches it if it has a copyright notice. Okay, let's go to XP. Okay, we're already there. All right, next we're going to go to video. So let's find a video. Let's go back. I have a movie right here. Okay, it's taking it a minute. All right, so let's play this video. Let's see what the information is on it. Right. Protection, okay, same thing. All right, so let's do image. And we want to view the image information. Okay, it shows this was shot at 4K. Okay, at 1,000. So that might be wrong. Oh, okay, and it shot it in DX mode, so I'll have to figure out what that is. Okay. So it did a reduction because I was shooting it at 1,000. So I'm new to the camera, and so what I needed to do is I needed to shoot. I was testing it to see if I could keep it in the photo settings and not change it over to video. But I learned quickly that when you use video, you have to change the settings, and you have to go with depending on what the speed is, the frames per second. So if you use 30 frames per second, then your shutter speed needs to be at 60 frames per second. I was testing the camera. All right. So let's do let's do the video and see what we get. Oh, Gracie, you look cute.
That's Faith.
Faith?
Wrong kid.
Oh, wrong kid. Oh, you look just like your sister.
Oh.
And so she smiled, so I guess everything's okay. And the photo shoot still went well, even after that faux pas. All right, let's see what up here with the menu. Let's do edit video. Let's see what we get here. In this menu, you can trim the movie. Let's press that, see what we get. Quick setting. You can save it to movie name output. All right. Okay, we're going to quit that. Next, we have up top, choose applications, and it's not doing anything for that. And it has the slideshow feature where you can make your own slideshows. To get more information on that, you just go to help, and you can go right to the NX Studio help, and it will take you right to the help page at Nikon. Okay, also up top is the upload button. With the upload button, you can upload it to Nikon Image Space, where you can save your favorite photos or video, or you can upload it to YouTube, which is everyone's favorite. So that makes it very convenient. You can be a video editor with this simple program, and you can edit your videos or photos on the fly and upload them. Love that. Okay, export button. You can export your videos and your pictures to wherever you want to on your disk drive. You can change the image size. You can change the quality from highest compression ratio to excellent quality. So if you're putting your photos on a web page, the quality can be good balance, and that'll suffice for a web page. Web page photos don't have to be high resolution. And then it has other functions: remove a camera setting information, create a new subfolder, change file names. All that's self-explanatory. I'll let you go through that. So if you're a beginner, this is a good beginning. As much as you pay for the camera, they should give you something free. All right, so if you're shooting in 4K, make sure that you have a fast processor, because these 4K files require a lot of RAM. Okay, let's go back. Okay. All right, let's see what else is going on here. The image quality is about the same as NXD. If you're using the older versions, the quality will be about the same. And the performance is better than the previous apps. And with any free program, you know, there's going to be some bugs. So it's free. So if it runs slow or if it crashes, remember, it's free. And let's go over the good things about this app. For one, it's free. It includes all the features of Nikon's previous programs, the Capture NXD and View NXI, and the Transfer To program in one app. It recognizes edits made with the older programs. Also, it uses older cameras. You can use your older new camera, Nikon camera. Remember, only Nikon cameras. And download your files. And from the previous programs, it has a friendlier interface, because I used the previous interface when I first started, and it was a little cumbersome and hard to navigate. It was all over the place. You don't even want to know. It has good shadow recovery. And it does 4K, and that is the plus for anyone that's new to video or anyone that wants to be a hybrid shooter. So this program I will give a B. And I hope you enjoyed my video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.